us from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Aggie Memorial Stadium, home of the New Mexico State Aggies, and we have a showdown coming up in the land of enchantment. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So New Mexico State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Scanning the field, it's Cross. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to him and got the sack.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Wake Forest's offense will take the field for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll throw it on 1st down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
and he toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Demon Deacons are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick completion on the out route. They get him down after he makes the catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know,
and the ball is picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On the move. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. To throw, it's Cross. Extending the play. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got his man down the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the middle. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get it himself. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Open space at the 25. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. To the air, it's Cross. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, New Mexico State. On to attempt the try. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On second down, wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. Looking to throw for it. Swings it out to his running back. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
He has 60 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Dumps it to the back. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what play to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Right back to the well. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make
a shot toward the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Aggie.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but This is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the Demon Deacons will keep this drive going.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Trying to get to him. Then he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, they love their ponies and their spirits there in the Bluegrass State. And they also love when Louisville and Kentucky lock horns. Kentucky was able to come away with the win, as they have in Lexington so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy.
To the air on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To the air, it's Cross. The throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Demon Deacons are in the red zone. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He makes the connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got it in the middle. It's Hunt. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wake. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
This time he's got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Cross. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He's got him wide open. All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot the...
He's looking deep. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got some room to run. And down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And the Aggies take over 1st and 10.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Cross. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Motion from the offense. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. New Mexico State will be forced to punt.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Handoff from the gun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On second down, he'll let it fly. That's caught. It's Hunt. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Powers forward. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his
touchdown, Wake Forest. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Flores. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Dropping back, it's Cross. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Now on first down from the 43.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Here comes the offense on second down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And the beatdown has ensued. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter. On 11 straight victories.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring. And
he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Looking for a man. It's Cross. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On the move, he fires. Complete in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Cross. Using his legs to buy some time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Dances away again. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the move, it's Manziel. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
this is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Demon Deacons want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Pitts. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake. And the stomping has commenced. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the grab. It's Washington. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. That penalty helps some, but it's still 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,